Hello and welcome in, everyone. This is Amy of AJC Magic TV. I welcome you in today. Thank you for joining. I know you could be doing other things, watching other people. It is much appreciated. So thank you for joining. We're going to stay with the decades, the 50s through the 2000s. So if you are the first person to answer, you get to pick the category of either the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. So welcome in, everyone. Let's see who we have in our chat. I do like to thank Dean of the Live Place, theliveplace.com. He has a website and a site that hosts very many channels. So if you're ever looking to see who's live or when people go live, or if you're looking, hey, I'm looking for somebody that does cruising and stuff, go check out Dean of the Live Place. Check out Tea Time Mary Ellen. She's on at 7 p.m., usually with Dean and some other friends. Also, check out the This and That crew. Check out T. Marie's Place. Check out Dinners with Donna, Samantha Lowe. Check out the Pete McDevitt Show, Zippity Doo Dug, Jennifer Caruso, Jeff and Angela and Dis Our Dreams, Dean the Turkey Legster, Dave Shrigan, Movie Mania Nick. So, and also check out Lily's Life, the 927 with Cakes and Ken. So, check all that out. So thank you all for joining. Let's get started. So hello to Kathy Hollister. Hello, Tennessee Bear. Check out Tennessee Bear on Saturday mornings. Hello, Jason Thibodeau. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Amy DeBoard. Kathy Hollister. Debbie Thunert. Dinners with Donna. Hello. Let's see. That looks like we got everyone. So we'll get started. I will start with a 2000 question because nobody ever wants to pick the 2000s. So we'll start with a 2000s question. My apologies up front. I'm trying to type on my laptop. Let's see. Oh, let's see if you know the answer to this one for the 2000s. Yeah, I was going to say, no worries, Tim. If it looks like it's a close word to what I'm looking for, you'll get the point. If it doesn't, then we'll have to try it again. Okay, here we go with the 2000s. In which reality TV show do corporate executives take low-level jobs at their own firms to see what really takes place? In the 2000s, in which reality TV show do corporate executives take low-level jobs at their own firms to see what really takes place? Well, read it one more time and give the answer. In which reality TV show do corporate executives take low-level jobs at their own firms to see what really takes place? Hello, Tennessee Bear. It is Undercover Boss. Undercover Boss. So let's see who got it first. Amy DeBoard got it first. Then we had Dinners with Donna. Kathy Hollister. Then Debbie Thunert. Jason Thibodeau. Hello to Jason and Gloria. I'm sure she's sitting by. And Kevin Theme Park Adventures. What about Undercover Boss? That was the name of the TV show. And 10 Tennessee Bear. Hello, the Retro Boy Forest. Okay, Amy the board. You get to pick the category. The 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Welcome in, Dean. Thank you for joining. Thank everyone for joining. But Amy the board, you get to pick the category. Okay, Amy would like the 80s, the 1980s. Oops, I got the cards backwards. Okay, here we go. The 1980s. Which cartoon character was often seen stuck to the inside of car windows during the 1980s? Which cartoon character was often seen stuck to the inside of car windows during the 1980s? I know I had one of them. Welcome in, Stories of Court. I'll read the question again. Which cartoon character was often seen stuck to the inside of car windows during the 1980s? It was Garfield. Garfield. So Dinners with Donna was first. Then we had Kathy Hollister. Retro Boy. Amy DeBoard. Stories of Court. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Jason Thibodeau. Debbie Thunert. Okay, I can't hear or see Amy. Maybe go in and out there, Tennessee Bear. Oh no. Welcome in, Phantasmic Chronicles. Okay, thank you. Hey, Tony. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well, Tony, and your family. But good to see you. And that looks like that's it. Welcome in, Teton Mary Ellen. Welcome back, Tim. Okay, Donna, you get to pick the category. You get to pick the category. Well, as long as you behave, Stories of Court, you're always welcome. But, okay, Donna wants the 2000s. The 2000s. Here we go. In 2006, which annual California parade was drenched in heavy rain for the first time in 51 years? Yeah, it's always good to keep it mixed up. In 2006, which annual California parade was drenched in heavy rain for the first time in 51 years? And it actually rained again this year for them. They got pretty drenched. But in 2006, which annual California parade was drenched in heavy rain for the first time in 51 years? It was the Rose Parade. The Rose Parade. So we have Dean got it first. Dean of the Live Plates got it first. 3 points for Dean. And Amy DeBoard. Dinners with Donna. Stories of Court. Kathy Hollister. Phantasmic Chronicles. Then we had the Retro Boy. Debbie Thunert. Teton Mary Ellen. Tennessee Bear. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Jason Thibodeau. Yes, they had a lot of technical issues because of the rain at this year's parade. Yes. Welcome in, Dean the Turkey Leg Stir. So we have 2 Deans here. 2 Deans. Yeah, Forrest, let your friend know if they don't behave and stop spamming the chat, they're out. Okay. Dean of the Live Place, you get to pick the category. Dean of the Live Place, you get to pick the category. The 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Welcome in, Zippity Doo Dog. Okay, Dean would like the 1990s. The 1990s. Here we go. Regis Philbin repeatedly asked contestants, "Is that your final answer?" on which TV game show? Regis Philbin repeatedly asked contestants, "Is that your final answer?" on which TV game show? That had to have been like mid to late 90s because of Disney World having that. But Regis Philbin repeatedly asked contestants, "Is that your final answer?" on which TV game show? And the answer is, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So Dean of the Live Place got it first. Then we had Dinners with Donna. Kathy Hollister. Amy DeBoard. Dean, Who Wants to Eat a Turkey Leg? Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Zippity Doo Dog. Retro Boy. Debbie Thunert. Jason Thibodeau. Tennessee Bear. People type fast. Yeah, especially a long title there. I want to be a millionaire, yes. What? You've been holding back, Dean? I think we all do, right, Dean and Doug? Yes. I know I always wanted to, I know it was always fun to play at Walt Disney World at the Hollywood Studios when they had it. I came pretty close to being the top person and they ended the show when I was the top person, so I didn't get to go up and win any of their prizes. Okay, Dean of the Live Place. What category do you want to do? 1960s. Welcome in, Curtis family. Welcome in, the Curtis family. Hello, Chris Dottie Palmer. Okay, here we go. The 1960s. The 1960s. Which TV series followed the exploits of the Clampett family? Which TV series followed the exploits of the Clampett family? Which TV series followed the exploits of the Clampett family? It was Beverly Hillbillies. The Beverly Hillbillies. Dean is on fire. Dean of the Live Place is on fire. He got it first. Then Dinners with Donna. Amy DeBoard. Tennessee Bear. Jason Thibodeau. Tea Time Mary Ellen. Kathy Hollister. Dean the Turkey Legster. Retro Boy. Debbie Thunert. Zippity Doo Dog. Man, I got a lot of typos. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Yes, you got it. QT. Okay, Dean, pick the category again. Dean picked the category again. The 1980s. He would like the 1980s. Here we go. The 1982 action film First Blood was the first to feature which fictional character? The 1982 action film First Blood was the first to feature which fictional character? I'll read the question again. But the 1982 action film First Blood was the first to feature which fictional character? It was Rambo. Rambo. So we had Tennessee Bear first. Then Dean of the Live Place. Then Kathy Hollister. Dinners with Donna. Retro Boy. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Zippity Doo Dog. John Stamos. Then we had Debbie Thunert and Q. Jason Thibodeau. Amy DeBoard. Okay, Tennessee Bear, you get to pick the category. Tennessee Bear, you get to pick the category. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Okay, he's going with the 1960s. The 1960s. Here we go. In 1960, Joseph Kittering made his final jump for Project Excelsior, setting several world records by parachuting from what? In 1960, Joseph Kittinger made his final jump for Project Excelsior, setting several world records by parachuting from what? Wow, so far nobody's got the answer. Nobody has the answer. It was not a building, I will say that. Think of a mode of transportation that would go up in the air. Not an airplane, though. A type of mode of transportation that goes in the air. The Las Vegas Sphere. No. Quitty Bapa. But what type of. In 1960, Joseph Kittinger made his final jump for Project Excelsior, setting what world record for parachuting from what? It was a hot air balloon. A balloon. A balloon. So Tennessee Bear got it first. Then Donna. And then Kevin. Okay, Tennessee Bear, pick the category. Tennessee Bear, pick the category. The 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, or 2000s, Tim. Pick the category. A blind bear can find. Okay, 1960s. Here we go. The Beatles song, The Foal on the Hill, Your Mother Should Know, and I Am the Walrus are from which film soundtrack? The Beatles song, The Foal on the Hill, Your Mother Should Know, and I Am the Walrus is from what soundtrack? What film soundtrack? I will say it's not the Yellow Submarine. Not the Yellow Submarine. There are two more out there. Well, two more that I know of out there. And one person got it. It was the Magical Mystery Tour. The Magical Mystery Tour. So Jason Thibodeau got it. So good job, Jason. Okay, Dean, let me tell you how many points you got before you head out here. You had 11 points, Dean. 11 points. Okay, Jason, you can pick the category: 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Have a good dinner. And Jason would like the 1970s. The 1970s. Here we go with the 1970s. You're welcome, Forrest. Okay, here we go with the 1970s. Which disco song, written and performed by the Bee Gees, was a #1 hit from the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack? Which disco song, written and performed by the Bee Gees, was a #1 hit from the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack? And we have the answer. Which disco song, written and performed by the Bee Gees, was a #1 hit from the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack? It was Staying Alive. Staying Alive. So we have Dinners with Donna first. Then Amy DeBoard, the Retro Boy, Kathy Hollister, Zippity Doo Dug, Tennessee Bear, Quit Boba, Kevin, let's see, Jason Thibodeau, Kevin, Debbie Thunert, Bee Gees. That name made me laugh as a kid, yes. Now I need to do some CPR. Oh, jeez. Okay, Donna, you get to pick the category. I got to see a Bee Gees concert back in the day. That's cool. Okay, Donna would like the 1950s. That would have been fun. Pardon me. Here we go. Who starred as Lucy Ricardo in the TV sitcom I Love Lucy? Yeah, I think I actually have one of the BG albums. It might be the Staying Alive one. I bought at a garage sale. But who starred as Lucy Ricardo in the TV sitcom I Love Lucy? And we have our answer. Who starred as Lucy Ricardo in the TV sitcom I Love Lucy? It was Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball. So Dinners with Donna. Then Amy DeBoard. Tennessee Bear. Kathy Hollister. T-Town Mary Ellen. Retro Boy. Dean the Turkey Legster. Debbie Thunert. Tim. Then Jason Thibodeau and Kevin. with Lucille Ball. Okay, Donna, pick the next category. Okay, she's going with the 1990s. The 1990s. Here we go. In a series of 3 action comedy films, Mike Myers stars as both Dr. Evil and what title character? In a series of 3 action comedy films, Mike Myers stars as both Dr. Evil and what title character? I see the answer. Here is the question. In a series of 3 action comedy films, Mike Myers stars as both Dr. Evil and what title character? It was Austin Powers. Austin Powers. So we had Amy DeBoard first, then Donna, then we had Kathy Hollister, Kevin Theme Park Adventures, Retro Boy, Tennessee Bear, Jason Thibodeau, Debbie Thunert. I don't watch a ton of movies. That's okay, Dean. Okay, Amy DeBoard. You get to pick the category. Amy DeBoard. You get to pick the category. Okay, she would like the 1970s. The 1970s. Hang on one moment. Okay, here we go. Michael Myers is a fictional character from what series of slasher films? Michael Myers is a fictional character from what series of slasher films? I don't think I watched the Austin Powers movies. But 1970s, Michael Myers is a fictional character from what series of slasher films? It was Halloween. Halloween. So Retro Boy got it first. Then we had Amy DeBoard, Tim, then Tennessee Bear Tim, Debbie Thunert, Kevin Theme Park Adventures, Dinners with Donna, and Jason Thibodeau. Good job, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me this evening. Make sure you check out Tea Time Mary Ellen, Lily's Life. Check out Zippity Doo Dog for Coffee Talk in the morning. And tomorrow, or actually, I think it's either tonight or tomorrow, he's doing the Shade Room Runway. I know I saw the ad, but I can't remember when he said that was going to be. But the Shade Room Runway. Check out This Our Dreams, the 927 with Cakes and Ken, Jennifer Caruso, Pete McDevitt Show, Dad Builds, Dean the Turkey Legster, and This Our Dreams. Okay, Retro Boy pick the category. Retro boy. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Okay, he would like the 2000s. Here we go. The 2000s. Which dance competition television series partners a celebrity with a professional dancer? Which dance competition television series partners a celebrity with a professional dancer? Welcome in, Carlos. Hope you're doing well. And this is still kind of going strong, but here is the answer. Which dance competition television series partners a celebrity with a professional dancer? It is Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars. So we have Dinners with Donna. Then we have Retro Boy. Disney World Freak, Carlos. Nope, you got 2 points. Kathy Hollister. Then we had Amy DeBoard. Tim. Jason Thibodeau. Debbie Thunert. Zippity Doo Dug. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Tennessee Bear. But welcome in. Hope you've been doing well. Okay, so Donna, you got the answer correct. You get to pick the character, you get to pick the category, Okay, she liked the 50s, the 1950s. Let's see if I can find the card here. Okay, here we go with the 1950s. Which craze sold over 25 million units in the first 4 months of 1958? It was a toy, so you know that. A toy. Which toy craze sold over 25 million units in the first 4 months of 1958? Interesting. But which toy craze sold over 25 million units in the first 4 months of 1958? The answer is the hula hoop. The hula hoop. So Donna got it first. Then we had Disney World Freak. Amy DeBoard. Amy DeBoard. Jason Thibodeau. And Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Good job, everyone. Okay, Donna, you get to pick the category again. Okay, we're going to do the 1970s. 1970s. Here we go. Who hosted the first episode of The Price is Right on CBS in 1972? Who hosted the first episode of The Price is Right on CBS in 1972? Ooh, wow. And I see the answer. Who hosted the first episode of The Price is Right on CBS in 1972? It was Bob Barker. Bob Barker. So let's see who got it first. Amy DeBoer got it first. Then Carlos. Then we had Kathy Hollister. Dinners with Donna. Zippity Doo Dug. Retro Boy. Debbie Thunert. Tim. Bill Cullen. The Price is Wrong. Happy Gilmore. Was Bill Cullen the Match Game, maybe? I know Gene Rayburn was the Match Game, I believe. But it was Bob Barker. That's what they have on here. Bob Barker. Okay, Doug, have a great evening. Check out Zippity Doo Dug for Coffee Talk in the morning and the Shade Room Runway. But he might have. I know Gene Rayburn did some of the Match Game too. Most of the Match Game. But yeah, they probably had different people at first. Okay, so let's see who got it first. I believe it was Amy DeBoer. So you get to pick the category, Amy. You get to pick the category. Okay, she would like the 1990s. 1990s. Here we go. Which son of a U.S. president died along with his wife and sister-in-law while piloting a single-engine plane that crashed near Martha's Vineyard? Which son of a U.S. president died along with his wife and sister-in-law while piloting a single-engine plane that crashed near Martha's Vineyard? Welcome in, Movie Mania Nick. But which son of a U.S. president died along with his wife and sister-in-law while piloting a single-engine plane that crashed near Martha's Vineyard? JFK Jr., John F. Kennedy Jr. So we'll give Disney World Freak Carlos. And Dinners with Donna. Oop, she did RFK, sorry. Debbie Thunert. But it was John JFK Jr. Then we had Amy DeBoer. Kathy Hollister. Jason Thibodeau. Tennessee Bear. Movie Mania Nick. Kevin Theme Park Adventure. Yes, I remember that also. Especially if a lot of you lived up that way. Okay, so Carlos, you can pick the next category. We have the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. Okay, he would like the 1980s. The 1980s. Let me grab a different card because we did all those questions. Okay, here we go. Which Norwegian synth pop band had a 1985 hit with Take On Me? Which Norwegian synth pop band had a 1985 hit with Take On Me? Ooh. And the answer is a-ha. a-ha. A-H-A is the name. So I'm not sure if people were doing ABBA, if they was a typo or not, but a-ha. No idea. Oh, I didn't know they were Norwegian. But it was a-ha. So Dinners with Donna got it first. Then we had Retro Boy, Amy DeBoard, Movie Mania Nick, Tim, Kathy Hollister, Jeff would have gotten this one, a half point for Jeff. Darn, I typed quick. Oh no. No, Amy, I got it wrong. Yes, I saw that. Thank you. Okay, Donna, you get to pick the category. Okay, she wants the 2000s. Here we go with the 2000s. What did Time magazine call the 2007 invention of the year? This is the 2000s. What did Time magazine call the 2007 invention of the year? But what did Time magazine call the 2007 invention of the year? And the answer is the iPhone. The iPhone. Who's the new guy in town with my profile? So we had Dinners with Donna. Then Amy DeBoard. That's a good one, Dean. Movie Mania Nick. Carlos had iPad. Kathy Hollister had cell phone. Then we had Kevin Theme Park Adventures. Retro Boy. Jason Thibodeau. I was old already then and can't remember. Debbie Thunerd had iPhone. I had to guess. Okay. So, Donna, you get to pick the category again. You had 10 points, Carlos, just to let you know. Okay, Movie Mania Nick. Have a great night. Make sure you check out Movie Mania Nick if you're looking for movie reviews. Okay, the 1970s. The 1970s. Let me grab a different card, as we did most of those questions. Here we go. The 1970s. We'll do a couple more questions after this one. But here we go. Which #1 song was the debut single for the rock band The Knack in 1979? Anyone else have the Aha song still going through their head? But which #1 song was the debut single for the rock band The Knack? Okay, I see the answer in the chat. Which #1 song was the debut single for the rock band The Knack in 1979? It was My Sharona. My Sharona. So we had Dinners with Donna, then Jason Thibodeau, Amy DeBoer, Kevin Theme Park Adventures, Debbie Thunert, Quit Boba, My Sharon's. Sorry, and Retro Boy did the same thing, so that's wrong. It is My Sharona. Okay, Donna, want to pick the next category? This will be the final question of the night. The final question of the night. So pick a good one, Donna. She would like the 1950s. Okay, I will grab a card for the 1950s. Here we go. The 1950s. In Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland, who complains about being late? In Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland, who complains about being late? Okay, I'm going to read the question, give the answer. And Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland, who complains about being late? I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. It was the White Rabbit. The White Rabbit. So Retro Boy got it first. Then Dinners with Donna, Tennessee Bear, Quit Boba, Kathy Hollister, Jason Thibodeau, Dean the Turkey Legster, Debbie Thunert, Kevin Theme Park Adventures, Technology, he was a white hair. Okay, I'm going to add up the points. So hang on. And we'll see who won here. Nah, that messed up. Okay, so Donna is our big winner this evening. She got 42 points. Amy DeBoard was second place with 33 points. Then we had Kathy Hollister with 23 points. Jason Thibodeau, 22 points. Retro Boy, 22 points. Tennessee Bear, 20 points. Kevin Theme Park Adventures, 18 points. Debbie Thunert, 17 points. Tim Q, 10 points. Stories of Court, 2 points. Dean of the Lie Place, 11 points. Carlos Disney World Freak, 10 points. Phantasmic Chronicles, 2 points. Tea Mary Ellen, 3 points. Zippity Doo Dog, 6 points. Dean the Turkey Legser, 5 points. Movie Mania Nick, 5 points. So congratulations, everyone. Thank you all for joining. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm going to mix it up here. I'm going to be trying to find some other cards. I got to dig around through the games. But I've been trying to do that, but I do have some other decade questions and stuff like that also. So thank you for joining. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, it's much appreciated if you do. If you're watching the replay or Ninja watching, leave a comment or at least hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. So thank you very much. I hope you guys all have a great night and a great rest of your week. Keep that notification bell rung. You never know when I may go live. So have a great night, everyone, and thank you all for joining. And we will see you all in the chats. So have a great night, everyone, and thank you for joining, and let the adventures begin. Bye, everyone.